Good morning, everybody. I've got a video coming out on the weekend talking about our working chute for our sheep that we put together, oh gosh, 2 years ago. Helped us out a ton, and then Jason made some modifications to help us with shearing. In that video I talk about how the sheep haven't been in the barn since October. So where have they been? Well, they've been out here. They spent the entire winter out here, and I'll show you a clip of what it looked like and what the field looked like then. And now we're out here looking at the regrowth, which is about 2 weeks worth. A little bit better view of the grass popping through. And the sheep have been off of this for about 2 weeks. So if you're saying, hey Kathy, that grass isn't too much to brag about, you know, I'm with you on looks right now, except we had the sheep here all winter from, I'll say, mid-November until the last few days of March. They had this eaten down to nothing, and that was the plan because we wanted the winter's worth of poop and any haylage that wasn't eaten to be here to help this hillside regrow for next year. So that's why this grass honestly probably looks a lot behind your pasture or your yard, because this was nipped down real tight in order to get rid of the weeds and have the winter's worth of poop here. So it'll regrow really super this summer. At least that's the plan. You can see that's definitely a strip of hay that got left. Then there's a few more down there. Then that's one of the strips they didn't eat very well at all. This section was outside the netting, and this was in the fence for the sheep. So you can see them being on it did nip it down quite a bit. You can see the dividing line. Oops, I'm too close, like right there. And you can see it's nice and hilly. And the reason why I say nice is because with woods on a couple sides and the hills, it's always protected here from the wind. You'd be surprised how just really nice it is back here, even when the weather's not so great. There's a better view of the backfield. I'm just turned towards the woods now. Anyway, let me show you. There's the woods. Anyway, filming further out into the pasture would make more sense, except it's windy out there, so you won't be able to hear anything except a ton of wind. So that's why we're over here on the edge. And I'm out with the dogs on the dog walk. I think they're downhill from me right now. Not sure. She has high hopes somebody will pop out of there. There's a little hole in front of her. Anyway, just wanted to show what we've got as far as this back pasture. We're at the edge of the woods. That's that really cool maple tree I like. The trunks just have tons of character. It's super neat. Anyway, there's a few kind of housekeeping things that I've, to be honest, not made a video about. That's what's happened. We had 2 bottle lambs from the early surprise lambs that were born late January to early February. Those 2 characters were sold to a local guy who just likes to have a couple lambs in his yard, and then he raises them up for freezer lambs. So those 2 are sold. If you remember, one of those 2 lambs, the bigger one, was one we raised on that CL Ewe replacer. That's the letter C, the letter L, then the word EWE. And I think you can get that at Mid-States. It's a colostrum replacer. I know that lamb got nothing from his mom, absolutely nothing. And in the past, that has gone very, very poorly for us. It is really tough to raise a bottle lamb that didn't get any colostrum. But that Ewe replacer worked super. And granted, it's only 1 lamb, so it's not a definitive study or anything, but honestly, we're gonna have a little bit more of that on hand because it worked. The next thing is Whitney's babies were born yesterday, and she's laid on 1 pig. So she went from 11 to 10. So we'll keep you updated. Marta, the black sow, no babies yet. Even though bred the same day as Whitney, so due the same day as Whitney, but she had other ideas, so she'll have her babies when she's ready. Honestly, I expected with the rain coming through last night that we'd have babies this morning because storms tend to bring babies, but she had other ideas, so not yet. Well, this is just a shorty video. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please let us know, and catch you next time. Those will be really pretty in a few days. That's a little bit better view of the sheep across the valley. Pretty windy. The big white thing is the water tank on a flatbed wagon. You can see little green, the little John Deere in front of that.